Hi, my name is Sophie Lalonde from 3D Financial. I've actually been a financial planner for over 25 years. And today I wanted to share a story of mine. When we do financial planning in the olden days, especially when we look at long-term care, we more often than not ignore it. And part of the reason was if a client has enough investable assets, her thought was that the government will pay for it, and whatever's missing, the kids will probably come in and help out. Now, if anything, the pandemic shone a light on how these long-term care facilities are ran and how most people don't want to end up there. They want to stay home. So this particular story I'm going to share with you is about a lady that was strong-willed, independent, financially well off. She would go and play golf and travel with her 4 buddies. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she got a stroke. No warning, she just got a stroke. And she went from being completely independent to needing full-time care 24 hours a day. The only child she has happens to be a daughter that's in the States, to make matter worse. And her daughter also had her own life. I mean, she has her own career with her 3 kids. It's not like she could just pack up and come over. The irony in all of this is I actually mentioned to this particular client when she was strong and healthy to look into long-term care and critical insurance. And the response was at the time is that the premiums are too high. I don't really need it. And to be honest, between you and I didn't force it because she had over $1 million worth of investable assets. And like I said, at that time, we figured we'll go to a long-term care facility, runs between $2,500 to $6,000 a month. We're pretty good. But the reality today, when we look at this situation, is that her expenses per month is greater than her annual premium would have been if she'd taken the insurance. To have care at home 24 hours a day, depending where you live, will range between $10,000 to $15,000 a month. And on top of it, if you're a snowbird and you actually want to have care in the south where the sun is, you're looking at $20,000 to $25,000, depending what you're looking at. So to say that your investable assets will produce enough safety can be questionable. The point is here, it's hard enough to deal with an illness without having to worry whether you have the financial means. So in the case of long-term care, you're looking at a 50-50 chance that you will need some at one point in your life. Your house burning, 1 out of 3,000, and we take insurance for that. So if you look at the risk, what you can do is you either accept it, which means in this case, you're hoping to God that you die all of a sudden, either a truck hit you or you fell asleep in your bed and never woke up, or you address it, which means that you transfer the risk. There's 3 strategies that you can look at in this case. The first one, like I said, you can self-fund, which means put money aside. And the great thing about that is that all the money that you put aside, you can use and enjoy, and you don't have to worry about paying for something for an eventuality that may never happen. The second strategy is, if you're more risk averse, is say, okay, I'm going to buy a long-term care insurance and basically transfer all my risk to the insurance company. Great thing about that is you don't have to worry if anything happens to you, you're covered. But the bad side of it is you might be paying for, like I said, an eventuality that may never occur. So the money's lost in this case. Or you have a third strategy where it's basically you share the risk. So what you say is, I'm partly going to self-fund it and partly the insurance will cover the rest. Whatever strategy you decide to choose is up to you. But just make sure that you address it with your financial professional, because at the end of the day, hope is not a strategy, and preventive care is a lot cheaper than reactive care.